To access the lighting grid in 406A, make sure to check the calendar to see that it's available. Of course, you will book the room via a room booking form and a Fuvim technician. You also book the key to the room, which has an access card. So your own key, your own access card won't work. Use the access card on the key fob. Okay, the first thing to check before you do anything with the lighting grid is do a visual inspection of the grid itself. We want to watch for anything attached to the grid itself. Be careful about extension cords, rope, chain. So what I always want to do is a complete walk around and look up and visually inspect the grid before we move it. Before you lower the grid, make sure you clear any people or objects away from underneath the grid. For example, these tables and chairs, you can collapse them and move them off to the side. For this demonstration, I'm gonna stop the grid at about this height. This is the lighting grid controller, which controls the grid going up and down. We have the lighting controller itself to turn on the lights and dim them. We also have the ladder. This is the lighting grid controller. On top, we have the emergency stop. Its regular position is up. If it's down, you can pull it up so that it's ready to press for an emergency stop. We have the on and off switch that you can engage with the key. This is a motor selection button or switch. It should usually be on 1 and 2 to control all 4 motors. And this is your up and down buttons. Use the key, this key, to turn it on. So to operate it, you have your up and down buttons, but always be ready with your emergency stop. When not in use, turn the controller to the off position. Also on this key set, there's a key for the ladder and the lighting cabinet for some supplies. Inside the cabinet, we have the crescent wrench to adjust the lights. There's some tape and black wrap and some clips, scissors, and some gels and gel holders. On the lighting grid itself, there are 12 outlet boxes. However, only 8 are active. Numbers 1 through 8 are the only ones that are connected to the dimmer. The lowest the grid will lower is about 2 feet off the ground. When raising the grid, it will stop automatically. Make sure all 4 corners stop completely. To turn on the lighting grid, you first have to turn on the circuit breaker, which is up there on the wall. And beside it, you can see the dimmer pack. You can get someone to help you move the ladder. Inside the circuit breaker, it's labeled dimmer pack number 1 top and dimmer pack number 2, which is the bottom one. You want to turn on dimmer pack number 2. This is the lighting controller to control up to 8 lights, which correspond to the 8 outlets on the grid. The basic operation are the 8 faders and the master. Mostly you have it on manual, and there's a blackout button to turn them all off and on. You can fade them up and down also to set your desired lighting level. As you can hear, the dimmer makes a lot of noise, so when you're finished, make sure to turn it off and put the ladder back in its proper position.